Hey y'all, it's Dray. It's just me today. Kaylin is over there playing the game and he would not like to be a part of my video because he doesn't watch TV. But I thought since all I do in my spare time is watch Netflix that I'd give you guys some suggestions on some good shows I've watched. Well, before I kick this off, do not forget to subscribe to our channel. Give me some suggestions below that I can go and watch because I watch a lot, you know, I'm running a little low on, you know, things to watch. So I am big on series and not necessarily big on movies. I do watch a few movies, but for the most part, I like watching series because I like having more than an hour and a half worth of stuff to watch. Binge watching tonight and be able to come home from work tomorrow and look forward to binge watching. So I know what I'm going to be watching tomorrow and the next day and the next day. Well, it probably don't take that long, but still, I have something to look forward to as opposed to just an hour and a half worth of show. So yes, just a few suggestions from me. So I'll go ahead with my first suggestion, Raising Deon. It's pretty much already been hyped up.
How's Deon doing?
If you haven't seen it, you're asleep and you just haven't watched it because you don't want to watch it and not because you haven't heard about it. About the little kid superhero in the storm. So if you haven't watched that, be sure to check it out.
It's you and me. You and me.
But besides that, some shows that I haven't seen hyped as much that I really enjoyed. One would be Somewhere Between. So Somewhere Between is about a lady that's a newscaster, her husband who's a prosecutor, and they have a little girl. And the mom is doing a newscaster show trying to catch a serial killer, and this serial killer ends up killing the little girl. I know y'all think I'm giving away a lot. This is like episode 1. I promise I'm not. And after that, the mom has a hard time, you know, dealing with it. So she tries to commit suicide. She was saved, basically, and she comes back 8 days. And when she comes back, goes home and her little girl is there. And she's so confused and
yes, sir.
Okay. But yeah, she's so confused, and present day is now 8 days before her daughter was killed. So she knows everything that's gonna happen. And so now she has to go on this spree to try to prevent her daughter from being killed by the serial killer. She has to try to change fate. It's about 10 episodes long, 1 season. Really good show. I loved it. It kept me on edge, trying to figure out what's gonna happen next. So you should check that out.
We won't let him out of our sight.
Nothing is coincidence. Everything is connected.
How did you know where I was gonna be?
We're nailing this guy. This time I'll save you.
So another show that I would recommend would be The Five. It's about 5 friends that go to a park one evening to play. And while they're out there, one of the friends' little brother goes missing and they can't find him. They're looking all over, you know, they cannot find this little brother and they never find him basically. And a serial killer that's currently convicted admits to killing him, like admits to his murder. However, 20 years later, these 5 friends are grown up and one of the friends is now a detective and a murder is committed. And of course, they run the DNA from the murder scene, not from the victim, but what they think is the perpetrator. But they run the DNA from the scene, and the DNA comes back to be this little boy that went missing 20 years ago. So now they're at a dilemma because they're like, someone confessed to his murder already. The second issue is, well, even if he is alive, like, do we want to tell his family that he's alive if he's a serial killer? Like, if he's alive and he's a killer, you know, do they want to know that? So yeah, so they come to a dilemma, and basically it goes on this search of trying to figure out how this blood ended up at the scene. Who is this, like, person? Like, you know, he's supposed to be dead. If he's not, where has he been? Where is he now? Who hasn't? Like, just a lot of different questions come out. So the series is 1 season as well, and it's basically just a hunt for figuring out this mystery DNA of a missing kid that was supposed to be dead 20 years ago.
Are you Jesse?
My next suggestion, I would say Wentworth. Similar to Orange is the New Black, it takes place in a women's prison. This one is based in Australia, I believe. It basically explores the prison system, explores all the corruptness behind it. Hits home with, you know, the corruptness behind prison system. A little confusing to me because I won't tell you, but it got a little confusing to me a couple of times because people were raising babies in the prison. I never heard of that. I don't know. Very, very interesting. I didn't research it after I watched it to figure out who raising babies in prison. I don't know. You should check it out. It's pretty good. It's actually 7 seasons long. So it's a lot to binge. If you want to binge something and have something to watch for time and time and time again, Wentworth is it. I watched all 7 of them and I won't tell you how long because you'll talk about me. So no, it was not a couple of days. I thought Kaylin didn't want to be in this video, but he's all in my story. It was not. It was more like 3 weeks. It was 3 weeks probably.
You are not fit to be governor.
She's a monster. But even monsters have a weak spot, Mr. Fletcher.
She's playing all of us. She tortured an inmate into silence, for fuck's sake.
The last show I'm going to recommend for this vlog would be Greenhouse Academy. It's actually a pretty interesting series for me. It's either 2 or 3 seasons that's currently on Netflix. It's about siblings. I'm a brother and sister whose mom was killed in a spacecraft incident. So she was going to space and the spacecraft blew up. The school she studied at was Greenhouse Academy, and the brother had all this aspiration, wanted to go to Greenhouse Academy. Like his mom, he wanted to go and play sports there though. And the sister was so against it because, you know, she just didn't want to relive that. But the brother went and tried out for the team and he made it. And the sister, he talked his sister into coming there as well. They start unraveling a lot of secrets, a lot of things about that spacecraft that went up. They start unraveling things about their mom they didn't know, things about the school they didn't know. They meet friends and start unraveling things about their friends' parents. Like just a lot of sketchy stuff that happened in that school and a lot of things that was going on. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to give away too much, like, so you can check it out. But what's wrong with him?
Bro, they cheating.
Okay. I enjoyed it. It wasn't too serious. I'm a huge crime junkie. Mind you, I got a lot of podcasts I can suggest too if you'd like to hear that, because I definitely listen to a lot of podcasts as well. So if you'd like to hear some podcast suggestions, let me know. I can fill you in. So check out those Netflix shows. I recommend it. I guess he mad. Kaylin and I will be kicking off a series called Coast to Coast sometime soon. We don't know exactly when, but we will be kicking it off pretty soon. Really honestly, our hold up right now is the fact that it's wintertime, but one of our bucket list items is to visit all 50 states. We've individually probably visited on average between 15 to 20 states already each, but we think we're going to revisit them all over again, start from scratch, and get to all 50 states because we've not been to those states together, right? It's gonna take us a while. Definitely not a month, definitely not a year. It's gonna take us a couple, maybe a few years to make it to all 50 states, but we would like to get that started. Follow along, we'll be letting you guys know cool things we find to do there, good places to eat, travel tips, you know, like budget travel, because we definitely doing it on a budget. So we can give you guys tips on that as well. If you guys have suggestions of places to visit in the wintertime, please let us know. Because our hold up right now is the fact that it's cold and most of the states we can visit most of the states that we can visit right now, you never know it's gonna be snowing.
It's because it's the holiday season too.
And it's the holiday season, so we're going back home for Thanksgiving and also going back home for Christmas. Not trying to hit it too hard, but we would be willing to go somewhere if you have a great, you know, wintertime state to visit. I'm all for the wintertime experience. So like I went to New York in February and it was like 5 degrees outside, but I loved it because what better time to go to New York and experience it than when it's cold, right? So, I mean, I'm all for the wintertime experience. Kaylin didn't like it. I just don't want to go somewhere where it's like 15 to 20 inches of snow. So let me know of any suggestions you guys have, any great. Of course, we can go down south right now and it not be as cold. We're kind of wanting to venture out a little bit more because we've been to those states already. We already have some places planned and activities planned in those places. It's gonna be so much fun. I already know it, but we're just waiting on it to be a little bit warmer out. But yeah, like I said, check out those stories on Netflix. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and comment Netflix suggestions for me down below. And also let me know if you'd like to hear some podcast suggestions as well. We got some more content coming for you guys later on this week. Do we, Kaylin? Maybe not till next week. I don't know. We got content coming probably next week. But yeah, look forward to it. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.